Oh, okay.
Stream is
I'm
starting.
also starting the stream.
Okay,
Like,
everybody get on the same page.
I think it's rich coming from you that everyone else needs to get on the same page, Joe.
Well, no, because I'm
You know?
fine starting the stream even when I'm not set up. But you guys are like, oh, let's talk about stuff we can't talk about on stream. And I'm like, no. No, let's only talk about stuff we can talk about on stream because we should be live now. The people,
no.
Cleo, the people need to hear.
The people need to hear us.
Yeah, we got stuff going on.
We do have stuff going on. Like, objectively, we've got stuff going on. Hello, chat. And Janey's chat and Joe's chat.
All the chats get welcome today.
I mean, yeah, that's only because Janey's here. Otherwise, I'd just ignore your chat, Joe, if I'm being honest.
I know, Cleo, I know. Yeah, I've actually got to open all my chats because the YouTube chat you can't actually open until the stream goes live because it has a different URL every time. Woo.
Stop fighting! My cats are fighting.
To clarify, Janey and I are not Cleo's cats. Those are.
I didn't
cats.
actually think you were fighting. Is that?
No, we were not fighting.
Oh my gosh.
Hang on. I'm gonna. Thank you, Aeon, for the resub. I just need to remember how to do this.
Okay.
Janey, is your Twitch channel got an underscore in it or not?
Yes, an underscore at the end.
At the end. I put it in the mid. Okay, I'll do it. I knew it had one. I just.
I just had to remind myself that I was supposed to start up Mix It Up before I started streaming. Oops.
What's Mix It Up? Tell us more. I'm sure the audience.
I also had to start Mix It Up.
Cleo is the poster child from Mix It Up. So
no.
Cleo,
That's my other half. Is the poster child from Mix It Up. He's done all my stuff. But basically, it's a way to manage overlays and to do interactive stuff. Oh. And everybody who is here, go follow Janey because it's the law. I don't know why you wouldn't because Janey is awesome. I'm not giving a shout out to Joe because I feel like you all know who Joe is.
I was more excited when I thought Mix It Up was like one of Janey's projects because her dog walking thing ended with it up.
Oh!
And so I was like, oh, this must be the spiritual successor of your dog walking project.
The spiritual successor. You know, I have a lot of weird dog walking stories that could lead to spiritual successors, but I'm actually going to end up coming. No, I'm actually going to end up coming out with some dog treats, though. I'm currently working on products, so that will be the spiritual successor.
That's really cute.
Awesome.
I approve of that. I mean, you don't need my approval, but I do. So I do approve. I mean, unless you want my approval, in which case that's a bit weird.
Yeah, I never want Cleo's approval. When it occasionally shows up, I'm like, what? Why?
No, my mother wants me to do cat treats though because she has a cat, and I'm like, look, I just throw catnip at them. I don't know what cats like. I'm
okay.
Cleo, let me know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think
cats
you like raw meat, so just send your mom a squirrel or something occasionally.
They don't like raw meat. They like a live raw meat.
Oh, yeah, extra raw.
Which is slightly different. Thank you, Cam, for the 23-month resub. Nearly a year.
23 months.
That's ridiculous. I can't believe I've been doing it for that long. I know, like you two have been doing it longer, but... Oh! Jojo got myself a hype train.
Thank you, Joe.
I appreciate your involvement.
I had it in hand. I knew that was coming. Because Cleo streams, they have a certain tempo to them.
I don't know how to take that, Joe. I think I'm going to say thank you, but I don't...
Yeah, yeah. What can you say without insulting your audience here? I think I've actually boxed you in for once.
Oh, no, I was going to insult you. There's two ways we can do this, Joe.
It's hard to do that without... Because if we're talking about the tempo of your stream being predictable, but the tempo is predictable because the people who watch you are generous and kind and appreciate you, there's only so much you can say back.
I mean, that is true, but I genuinely don't think it would be a problem.
That's probably true. They would rather see me get mocked. I get it.
They would rather see you do a lot of things, Joe. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I go where the demand is.
And Cleo would also insult us anyway. Look, don't call me out, chat. Don't call me out. Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you, Cam, for the multi-stream link. We appreciate you. So, oh god, I gotta thank people. Sorry. Thank you, Arca, for the 23 months. Hope everything is going well. J. Kells has resubscribed for 13 months. Aeon cheered biddies, and NJ has resubscribed for 23 months. Good morning. Nearly 2 years. It is indeed nearly 2 years. And I'm not going to get into the math on that because I don't want to do math.
No,
okay.
Math.
So, Janey, you are journaling apparently. I saw your Twitter.
Oh.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
You was it not you? Have I got you confused with somebody else?
Are you thinking of your librarian friend who's doing bullet journals?
No, I am journaling. You're right. Okay, so let me explain.
You tweeted at me. I'm like 90% sure.
I did. For a second, I forgot all about that tweet because let me explain to you about my journaling escapades.
Forget.
I journaled one time and forgot. So, journaling is journaling is like a job. I was like, what do I journal about? And I don't know what the heck to journal about.
I mean, it depends on what, you don't have to journal. It's just a way to keep organized. And if you don't feel like saying, oh no, I've met the love of my life for the 13th time in a row. Right. You don't have to do
okay, you can stop making fun of me, Cleo. We got a guest here. That's unnecessary.
Oh my
Believe it or not,
gosh,
Joe,
that is so funny.
not everything I say is about you.
Yeah, but the bad ones usually are.
Again,
that is so funny.
Look, just because you feel called out doesn't mean I'm here calling you out, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Ink Display has subscribed. Welcome to the Horde. If you look to your right, you can see there are no exits. Thank you, Lost Cult Game and McLesley for the biddies. Oh my god, this is hilarious. I so love it when Janey's here.
Oh, Janey's the best.
I love being here. I love it. You guys are so funny.
It's called bullying. That's what I'm doing to Joe.
Yay, thanks for the bullying.
Usually it's positive bullying, but also mostly it's just funny.
Okay, well, Cleo, in the modern world, we prefer the term cyberbullying, but thanks.
I want none of my activities that I do to be prefixed with the word cyber. Thank you very much.
A long-distance relationship can make that challenging.
That's funny. Right.
You don't know about my relationship. It's okay. You don't have to listen. It's fine.
Immediately, I see message deleted by moderator. Message deleted by moderator.
I mean, it could be worse. Meta is much worse as a.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why none of my poems are written in metaverse.
Jesus.
I mean, Janey, we could just go and do our own thing. I'm just saying. We don't have to have Joe.
Joe doesn't have to be here. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I like that you felt bad about that joke. Because I'm not entirely sure that Joe did, and now that I know it's hitting its intended target, I feel better.
I'm a little confused because I'm watching the Janey stream, and for some reason it froze on her like slapping her face laughing, and I'm trying to figure out if that's on my end. Oh, now it's moving around again. Okay.
Wait, but no, listen, my mouse is creating art on my stream. What is this?
Are you looking at your OBS output?
Yeah.
It looks like most of your screen is just empty.
Really?
Yeah. So, are you is your window capture
Weird.
or stuff working in OBS?
Yeah, my window capture stuff is being weird.
Okay.
Let me see what we can do here. Cause
Dun, dun,
yeah, I
dun.
see.
Right,
Yeah,
Janie's here.
everything
It's
is
like the
being
best
weird.
day ever.
I know.
You would think it would be the best day ever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it feels the best day ever. I mean, like generally, I'm just here with Joe, and that goes very differently.
Yeah. I'm currently dealing with trying to figure out if my audio software lets me drop out the low end before sending this on to you guys. I might have to go because like right now with this other mic, like when I touch the desk, it sounds like it's going straight through the mic to me. Are you guys hearing that?
No, you sound fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Discord is filtering it out. I tried putting a filter on OBS too, so maybe it's good.
Maybe it's good. It might be good.
Maybe.
Here comes the giant boxes of washi tape. Come out.
Now that my stream is roughly set up. Oh, well, I was going to say, the one thing I'm missing is I don't have Janie's window, because I kept looking over there, and I'm like, how come I can't see the art? And then I assumed
Wait, hold on. I have a really dumb question.
Oh, best card.
I have a dumb answer.
Really
You're ready.
Dumb question. Okay. Okay, so Joe, you don't do stream loots, right?
No. I don't.
Okay, Cleo.
Mm-hmm.
You do stream loots. Did someone just buy a chest from you?
No. It's not come up for me.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Forget it.
Sometimes it takes a while to come up though, but Joe is quite
thanks.
That's Joe's
Thank you, Cameron. Jeez. Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate it. I was so lost and confused because like listen, Janie's activating everything that she can to make money. Like I'm about to like
I get it.
Yes.
I get it. I'm gonna turn you down a little bit though. Apparently you're a little loud.
Okay, good. Turn me down.
I mean, you know, I'm in a relationship. It's there's a lot going on. In another lifetime, maybe.
That's also where the joke was on the two of you saying we don't even need Joe for this, but I was too busy trying to fix OBS to try and formulate it.
You tried. I appreciate you, Joe. You tried.
Yeah.
You know, I think for next time, I think I'm gonna make an overlay specifically for our streams. I'm gonna make an overlay specifically for our streams.
Oh, that's ominous.
So
I enjoy that.
Like a Cleo. There's gonna be like a Cleo box and then a Joe box.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just specifically because like it's gonna be so much easier. What we're drawing stuff. Okay, so now that we have,
I like that we're specific about that. We're drawing stuff.
Yeah,
sometimes we're gonna draw some things as well.
Things.
Sorry, I'm being facetious today. I don't know what's got it. Well, no, I know what's got into me, but it's not deliberate. But it is funny, and that's what I need. So.
Okay.
I don't know if this tape is brown or black.
You are 100% right. So what ended up happening? Oh Lord, what ended up happening was that like when I was trying to set up, mix it up, and everything like that again, like wasn't. Yeah, like I haven't done mix it up in years, and I'm like, bleh. It's like you know when you're trying to like learn something over again that you haven't done in like a long time. Yeah. That's how it was for me, and I'm just like.
That's what my other half is for. He's just like he's the mix it up king, and I just go, can we do this thing? And he's like, yeah, let's get that set up. Yeah. Mix it up is my baby, my poor horribly running baby. He says, this is true. Thank you, McLesley, for the biddies, and Zero, who has resubscribed for 6 months. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys because
you can't.
You mean it means I can keep doing this for a living, and this is great. Because I get to hang out with Janie and like best day ever, right?
Yeah, I would normally be at work right now. And you know who else would be somewhere else right now? is my daughter, who would be at school. But there's an ice
There's a story
storm.
that I feel like you want to tell us, Joe.
There's an ice storm today. And so the roads and everything are just covered in like a half-inch of ice. And
That feels like something Tennessee isn't built for, really.
no, it's not. And so school was closed. We found out last night at like 7 o'clock at night. And I was just like, great. I planned a ton of work all day today. So that way, when my kid got out of school at 3, we could celebrate her birthday this afternoon and evening.
Oh no, it's her birthday
It's
as well.
also her birthday, which is why I was a little bit distracted about like what day it is, because it's her birthday. So instead I woke up early to make her breakfast. So we had like, I don't know what you call biscuits in England that are like flaky pastry biscuits. Like we just call them biscuits here. Like they're kind of like they're like a cylindrical croissant.
I know what American biscuits are like. However, we don't have them here.
Yeah.
The closest you've got is a savory scone.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I made cheddar bacon biscuits for her this morning, but yeah,
Which is cute.
Yeah. And so I'm hoping that the weather clears up enough that we can still like go out for dinner and do fun stuff tonight, but
yeah.
I've also got like,
well, if it makes you feel better, the kids in the UK aren't at school either.
Yeah, because the general strike, correct?
Yes, there is a strike. Well, I don't know if it's a general strike. I think it's just a teacher strike.
I thought it was
But I keep on getting stuff through from my union. I'm like I would definitely have striked.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely would have done.
Stricken, the zombie Cleo story.
I mean, like most unions here have an ethics clause, but it's just sort of like ethically you need to be able to pay your teachers so they'll keep on being there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's fair.
So
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn down the mic real quick so I can re-angle it to actually do the color pencils. 1 sec.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Yours are off sick for 10 days. No. I don't think you know how long 10 days is. That's a ridiculous amount of time for being sick.
Well, if you got COVID, that's how long.
That's true.
People are saying, is Janey muted or is Joe's stream just out of sync? Janey is currently, I think, talking to her own stream about her setup. Or she's very frustrated that Cleo and I are not talking to her. It's hard.
No. I feel... Oh, I was just going to say, I think we should just be silent and judgy.
Let's just wait. Yeah, no. It's fine. These streams are constantly full of technical issues.
That is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, not my streams at least. Your streams maybe.
Well,
Cleo,
yeah.
This is you're a streaming pro. Okay.
You're a stream professional.
Yeah.
I am like professional in the fact that I get paid to do it. Yes.
Yeah, you're professional in the same way that like Tom Brady gets paid to play football. Like you don't have to always like get a field goal or a home run. You just get the money.
Yeah, he retired today.
Speaking of getting
Cleo, see, that means there's more money for you to get.
Okay, is it bad that I don't know who Tom Brady is?
Yeah, he's kind of like he's one of those people like Andrew Tate or Logan Paul, who's like super famous even though he doesn't really do anything.
Oh my god! And you know what? I'm okay with Tom Brady slander, but today's his retirement day. One of his retirement days, whatever.
Well, aside from the time when he comes back and then has to retire again.
Right. So you do know him.
I mean, that's kind of no. I just know the shtick. When JD said one of the retirement days, I just went, "Oh, he's one of those."
Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna be like Brett Favre and just like keep coming back to the NFL. He's an NFL player, by the way.
Okay. American. I don't know who Brett Favre is either. But he's very American because with a name like Brett, you've got to be American.
You'd think that name was British.
Brett, is all I'm saying.
Well, there's Brett from New Zealand, although they pronounce it Brit.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I thought
I
that
always
this.
forget people care about sports, right?
I thought
I
this
don't
So
setup
get
was
it.
nobody used
better.
Stream Loots cards until tomorrow when I got the overlay together. Thanks.
It's
So
really tempting to just go
Cameron,
buy
I'll give you
Streamlabs
back
cards
your
and then
card.
just spam you.
No, you know people used to do that. I used to end up with it used to get really weird because I had one where I had to draw my face and like one day my face was filled up. I need to send you the picture. My face was filled up with like words, hearts, and everything all on my face. And I had to walk around.
I don't see a problem with this. The fact that I don't do face cam is irrelevant here. That is something I would absolutely do. I don't see the problem with this.
I tried putting green tape on my face, but it was bad for my pores.
I don't know how to deal with you, Joe. Sometimes, just so you know,
Okay.
just so you know, as a rule, like sometimes I go, what?
Which part of that's hard to understand?
I don't know. Just the fact that it's you doing it, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Hello to all the people that have come in. We appreciate you, and we've got Janey with us today.
Janey.
Yeah, he's great.
JaneyLaney, JaneyLaney, Janey, JaneyLaney.
Today's a fun day.
Why is it a fun day?
Today's the first day of Black History Month.
Woo!
And I'm hanging out with you guys. It is funny.
This is what we were discussing on the stream.
Yeah, before the stream. Yeah. Because, this is one of those things, like, I've seen a lot of folks on Twitter complain that they only get invited to white people's streams for Black History Month. And so I try to create an inclusive environment year-round. But here we are, first day of Black History Month with Janey. Thank you, Janey, for showing up here instead of somewhere like a paid gig.
Listen, I think it's funny though. Like, I mean, it's funny to me. Cameron, that better not be you.
Cam. What's he doing?
Cameron, did you redeem that last card? You know, Cleo.
Yeah.
I'm about to shank. I'm shanking.
I mean, I'd rather you didn't, but I mean, if he's tormenting you, that's really on him.
Torment.
Yeah. But no, that's why that was happening. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. But no, I really do appreciate though, like just like, you know, regardless, I do appreciate people that invite people to their streams and stuff. It's just so funny when it's like a certain day and like, you know.
Yeah, it's pointed.
It's funny.
And you are right to point it out. I'm sorry, you just are. And we were talking about this. You are welcome back, like in March if you choose. You know.
Yeah, anytime.
I was gonna. No. Specifically.
Yeah, for Women's History Month.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. For Women's History Month. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You know. We're gonna hit all of them. Okay?
Yeah, a lot of people watch our show and they're just like, this isn't effeminate enough for me. And I'm like, have you seen us?
Don't worry. I've got Pride Month covered. Okay. I'm good.
But I really do think it's really great when those months can be celebrated with friends and stuff like that. But it is really sucky as a creator when you notice that that's what's going on. When you notice that you're only being invited to things just because of that.
Yeah.
And then after a while you kind of become desensitized to it because you're like, oh, okay, it's coming up. And then you're just like, am I just being used as a tool? Am I, things like that.
I mean, the answer is obviously yes at that point.
Well, but the thing is, though, this is the actual reason I apologized. When I said thanks for choosing us over a paid gig. This is, in some ways, the easiest time of the year to get a paid gig because there's a lot of brands and whatnot that are trying to buy looking like they're hip.
You'd be
And-
you'd be surprised. It's
Really?
This is actually one of the worst times trying to look for a paid gig. To be
Really?
honest with you, yeah, a lot of the brands actually don't want to pay. They don't want to pay Black people. So what they'll say is, "We're gonna give you promotion."
Oh.
They literally like to pay Black people with promotion. This is one of the times where, you know, we get invited to do all these things for free, and we're sitting up here like, "Yo, are you even going to pay us?" Now, shout out to Xbox. I don't think that this is NDA, but shout out to Xbox because whenever they have those creator takeover days, they pay them. They pay those creators. And it's not just $50. They pay those creators. So shout out to Xbox. But like, there's a lot of things that we'll get invited to where we have to say, yo, no, I want to get paid for this. And a lot of times they'll tell us, oh, well, we got $25. If I'm looking at a multi-million, dollar company, you're not giving me $50. You're giving me $50 maybe like, like just to make sure that my bank works and that you give me the rest.
Yeah, no,
But,
absolutely.
It's a weird time, to be honest.
I'm sorry, and that's crap. I don't have experience of it, but
well, don't worry. When Pride Month rolls around, you'll start seeing some of that, Cleo. Now that you're full time.
See, I've been full time for the last 2 years, and like genuinely, I don't think people register that I'm part of the Alphabet Mafia. So I don't get any of that. Sorry?
You're Italian?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't know.
I should send you more pizzas. Here we go.
I mean, I'm down.
It's like, yeah, actually I could throw those in the fridge. That gets the meal. I freeze half of them. I mean, that covers me for the week.
This is why we don't get Italians coming on our show, Joe. That and we don't really know any.
Well, so. I mean, we could try and get the guy from the Mario movie, Chris Pratt.
Can we not talk about Chris Pratt?
Yeah, okay. Also, for all the people in my chat asking why Janey's mouth is out of sync, it's because the stream, I'm basically capturing her stream so you can see her crafts. But yeah. Also, sometimes she's talking to her audience and not us. Like right now, her mouth is moving a lot, and she's not talking to us.
So what we're saying is that she prefers her own audience to us, and I get that.
Yeah,
I have respect.
They're the ones paying her.
Bi is not gay enough to companies wanting to look like they give gam. This is true.
Oh yeah, that showed up in an episode of Community.
Okay.
Yeah. So have you seen the show Community? It's about a community college.
I have. I don't.
Yeah. So there was an episode where the school board, apparently they had some sort of problem where they had canceled the gay pride parade, and so the school board needed to look good in the eyes of the gay community, and so they told the dean if he told everyone that he was gay instead of being bi or pan, that they could use that to help heal the cracks in the community. And yeah, so and it's got like, and so the whole episode though is as soon as he's publicly out as gay, he's like featured on the cover of Gay Dean magazine and like all these other things. Because, apparently that's, although, and then he's also on the cover of the next issue as well. And then it also has a headline like, magazine canceled. This was a terribly narrow concept for a published work. But
I understand.
Yeah.
But, it's, like I say, I'm definitely not gay enough for most people to give a toss. So It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It also means that the bigots tend to miss me with their hatred, like in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, or being bi and getting married to the other sex, and people go, "This was a phase." No, it's not. But I get it. Not aggressively gay. No.
Cleo's aggressively everything. What are you talking about?
Don't get it. My hair is purple and everything.
Is it?
No, that I was reading from chat.
Oh, okay.
It's actually. Hang on. It's not showing up here. It's actually ginger now.
Oh.
I had it dyed recently.
I was gonna say, did you change your diet? How does that happen? Like.
I am currently a very dark red, but more copper than more copper than red, really. So more gingery than red. So one of the few times a year I look like my avatar, even a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from the fact I'm also not a square. I'm very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
I can confirm. She's as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice for love. Is that how the song goes? I don't actually know that song.
I actually don't know what that song is. So.
It might not be a song. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might just. No, I'm pretty sure that's a song.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, JT says it's a song.
Yeah. Thank you. Another JT.
So you're saying the next Cleo Minecraft skin will be a copperhead snake? I mean, technically it already is. So Cleo looks like her avatar. Honey Badger confirmed.
Emily W. writes, I just sort of assumed that Cleo had red hair all the time because of their avatar. My mind is slightly blown. Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji.
I did have, when I made my avatar, I did have red hair at the time.
Ah.
So, yeah, no. Like, ideally, I would have enough money to get my hair dyed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how spooked Scar is of your snake base. Well, the thing is, he didn't even say he has a fear of snakes. I spoke to B-Dubs about that, who does have a fear of snakes.
Oh, yeah? And you built it, like, right next to B-Dubs' base. Was that...
I mean, I asked him if it was okay, and he says...
He's like, no.
You know, do what you like. Huh?
He said, do what you like, really? Okay.
I mean, like me and B-Dubs, before I chose that space, me and B-Dubs had, like, an hour-long conversation about what it was I was doing and, you know, all that sort of stuff.
Wow.
So, I wasn't trying to be a dill hole to B-Dubs. It just sort of happened.
Yeah.
But, you know, we talked about it. And he just like, yeah, sure, go for it. So I did. And it went very well, thank you very much. Did you hear about babies in The Sims? Yes.
What are babies in The Sims? Did they add
they're getting
babies?
another life stage.
Wait, do they just go from baby to adult right now or something?
No, they go from baby to toddler.
Oh, they...
And we know that there's a... Yeah.
So there weren't already toddlers. That was like just a joke.
No, there were toddlers, but they go. You know, there's a stage between like newborn and toddler.
In real life, yes, but like in The Sims,
yeah.
I literally have no idea how The Sims works. So...
Oh no, that's what they're adding a life stage in. They're adding like the stage between babies and toddlers.
Ah, okay.
So they're adding infants.
So where they're crawling around.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is that going to be paid
It
DLC or is that like just?
No, that's in base game. Well, you know what they've done in base game.
I have no idea.
Not only have they, sorry, this is the whole pride thing. JaneyLaney's very quiet. I'm assuming she's talking to her audience.
Yeah, she's been talking to her audience for a while.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we didn't scare her off.
She was going to be scared off.
You guys did not scare me off.
Okay.
There you go.
I
See?
usually just assume that I did something wrong.
Joe, you did not do anything wrong. I promise.
time.
I'll tell you if you did something wrong.
That's true. That's one of the things I like about you.
Yep. But no, what they've done is they've added trans people and pronouns into their game, and then yesterday night I think they added like tops surgery scars in as an aesthetic choice that people could choose and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So, like, I know I hate on EA for a multitude of reasons, but they are trying to be more inclusive. I think it helps that most of their fan base is queer in some way. So shout out to EA.
Is that
for once?
Is that something that they've published the statistics on, or because I don't know what percentage of their community is active online versus just buys the game and plays it at home, right? Like, is it? Do you think that
there is a very strong fan mod community? Like, these things were fan mods for a long time, and then EA just said, you know what, we're just going to put them in. But yeah, the community is very, very like. It's a fantasy about being who you want to be and being with who you want to be with and doing like all those sorts of things. So yeah, the queer community is very kind of like, I kind of like that.
That's cool.
You know? So yeah. So whilst EA has its problems and they have big problems, they do actually like listen to their community, which is not something I can say for many games companies. So
yeah.
Yay.
Like Parker Brothers, what are they even doing?
I mean, are they the Monopoly dudes?
Maybe that would be. I realized as soon as I said that, I was like, what are they even doing? I can't follow this up because I lack the information to continue with the joke.
If they're the Monopoly dudes, what they're specifically doing is making more money off Monopoly.
Yeah. How long?
Honestly,
I was gonna say how long until Minecraft Monopoly, and then I realized like there probably is one. That probably.
I think there probably is one. Yeah.
Exists already. I'm just behind.
Yeah. Parker Brothers is Hasbro. Okay.
Oh, I know what they're doing.
We know what they're doing currently. Yes.
Yeah, they're busy making everybody mad.
They have had like glad that they've walked it back. Shouldn't have taken that much community outrage.
Well,
I'm back.
Welcome back, JD.
Back.
So you guys can stop thinking bad things,
No.
I mean, that's never going to stop us thinking from bad things, whether you're here or not, But that's just a product of like social anxiety more than anything else.
And antisocial anxiety.
Yeah, that too. As in the Sun resubscribed for 6 months. Thank you very much. But yeah, no. It's not specifically about you, Janey. That's just how we operate here.
I see.
It's trauma. It's trauma related.
It's talking about The Sims.
Yes.
What did The Sims community do now?
They've added.
You guys trend all the time.
They've added trans people into their game, and they've added things like top surgery scars as aesthetic choices people can choose. So they did a good.
And apparently infants.
So we're happy.
I know. I was shocked. And they've added infants, yes. Which isn't like something I'm particularly bothered about. I don't do family play, so.
Don't you have a project where you're trying to like make 500 babies or something, like a series about that or something?
Well, I do, but I got bored at 50.
Okay.
It's a 100 baby challenge, but that's a typical challenge.
Is it?
That's not about the children. That's about the amount.
Kind of. Okay. So that's like a tax fraud thing, where if you have enough babies, you don't have to pay taxes or something.
No, that wouldn't be a challenge. That would be a mono laundering scheme.
It's like fun though.
I will say the 100 baby challenge is not fun at all.
No, is it just?
Hence why I gave up.
Well, wait, so okay, so I get confused because I do play this. I'm not a simmer, but I do play The Sims sometimes. So don't ask for me to ever play. But I did play like last month or 2 months ago, and I was trying to make sure that they had another baby in the household, and the guy died from being overexhausted because they woohoo too much. So like when you're doing
was
this,
he an elder by any chance?
No, but I think it drained him into being an elder. Like
yeah, like elders will die if they woohoo twice in a row.
See, so when you're doing your challenge, are you just running around and finding different?
Yeah, just random Sims. Yeah. Well, the challenge has rules. Like I actually have a challenge on I actually created one of the major Sims challenges back in the day. But like they're like
one, or is that like docs?
Oh no! It's the decades challenge, which is you go through the decades. You're only allowed to do certain things that would be applicable in the specific decades. Like you can only like if you're in the 1890s, you can only use specific careers. You can be a painter, you can be a wood carver, and that's basically it. It's just limits. So like you make rules on the 100 baby challenges. You're not allowed to have a second set of babies with the same dad.
Oh.
Seeing Janey's face as you said that was great. What did Janey do?
Wait, what did I do? Wait. Wait. Hold on.
This is why I've got my spy.
What did I do? Wait, who was spying?
Oh, you know exactly who was spying.
Oh my gosh. I like, so The Sims is a game that I didn't grow up playing. Like, I never wanted to play it. Anytime like, people would tell me about it, like, I just thought it was cringe. So, like, when I really, like, started to try to, like, make the family and stuff.
Cringe. It is cringe.
I was upset because I was like, how are people popping out all these babies and the man died, like, just trying to, like, he died when she found out that she was pregnant with the second one. She was on the toilet taking the test and then he like keeled over because of exhaustion.
But all I'm saying is there are limits as to how many woohoos you can do without dying, and I think that's true in real life as well. Just saying. Death by snoo snoo, right?
Have you ever seen the movie Mean Girls?
Nope.
Of course.
Because it reminds me of the gym teacher. Remember when they had the assembly and essentially you woohoo, you die?
If you woohoo, you will die and get AIDS.
What in the world? I feel like that should be the rule in The Sims. That's gonna happen.
I got my first tip of the stream rolling in. Thank you, Emily, for tipping 5. We're gonna rotate the camera 5 degrees.
Yay!
Yay!
All I'm saying is that once you know The Sims, the mechanics of The Sims, it does get easier to play. It's just learning those initial mechanics that's the problem.
Yeah, so when The Sims first came out, I was in high school, and the people who played it, all they talked about was murdering. It's like, oh, I made this teacher, or I made this jerk, or this person that we know from school, and then I put them in a swimming pool and removed the ladder and they drowned.
That is a lot of The Sims play at that age, yes.
And this was just like, like 2 to 3 years after Columbine, and I'm just like, boy, should I be worried about this? Like, I didn't, it wasn't the sort of thing like, should I tell somebody? Because I didn't. But like, I was definitely kind of like adjacent to that kind of concern where I'm like, wow, the people who play this game sure like murdering classmates and teachers.
I mean, you've met their classmates and teachers. You understand.
I get it, but like it just doesn't seem like the sort of thing that's like healthy to indulge, you know? And so I just always kind of associated the game with murderous sociopathy, I guess, and I never really got into it.
I mean, it really depends on how old you are and if you've had your dreams crushed enough to want to do a bit of wish fulfillment.
Yeah.
I think teenagers play it in a very murdery way.
Yeah.
Adults, when they play it, they tend to go, I wish I had a job. I wish I had a loving partner. I wish I was able to afford to have a child. You know, those sorts of things.
You know, there's a great line in Gremlins 2 I keep coming back to, where the guy who plays the horror movie show host is asked like why they don't show the classics at midnight, like the Wolfman or Dracula or whatever, and he's like, people who are watching television at midnight, they're not scared of the Wolfman, they're scared of getting sober and finding work. And it's just like, oh jeez. I don't know.
I mean, this is true.
Yeah.
Except they really would like to find work most of the time.
Yeah.
Because people aren't schmucks most of the time.
Well, this was keep in mind, this was also made during a roaring time in the economy where there were not enough workers. Like, so
I enjoyed that noise, Janey. Well done.
Janey's like,
it was a good noise.
The economy's always terrible. I get
Yeah.
It was a good noise, Janey.
It makes sense.
No, I mean, the film was made at the apogee of American power. The Berlin Wall had fallen. You know, everything was expanding. You know, like...
America's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the rest of the world thinks America is interesting.
That's why you like so many of our films.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely what we would call a social experiment.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the world is going, do we want to do that? Well, let's see what America does first. Oh, it's imploded. Let's not do that. Sorry, I realize you're American. I apologize.
I mean, listen, we know that we're American. We understand the things that, we understand that weird stuff goes on. Not that we understand what it is, but we understand that weird stuff goes on. You know. John might know.
I mean, I was gonna say, I mean, I do have a degree in the weird stuff that goes on, so I think you could make a very strong argument that I am not ignorant of America's failures, and therefore I am ostensibly more culpable for them than most Americans because I'm not doing enough to stop them. So I'm sorry, the rest of the world. I apologize.
This is Joe's self-aggrandizement problem. Because he has now put himself in charge of the rest of the world's woes.
The rest of the world's woes? Are we in uwu mode?
Don't, because they will put me in uwu mode. And I'm not going to stop it. And you should be ashamed that you suggested it. Feel bad, Joe. Feel bad.
Yeah, I know.
For what's about to happen.
Yeah. Well, I really don't want to talk about the Trail of Tears in uwu mode, so yeah, it's probably better than...
What the hell?
Goodness. Oh my god.
There we go. I'm sorry, Janey. But now you got 2.5 minutes of this because of Joe.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Normally I don't let this happen, but since Joe brought it up.
I'm gonna be honest, you should like audition for Sesame Street.
Well, they've got like a British equivalent of Sesame Street, I think. They call it Parliament.
But just because you're right doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, Joe. Oh, Joe, what are we going to do with you? Probably something nasty.
I had it narrowed down to Parliament or Sky News.
I mean, Sky News you have to pay for. Most people don't have that money.
That's true. That's true. Whereas Sesame Street is public access. Well, it was. Now it's bought by HBO.
Yeah.
But
which is weird.
I think Sesame Street is on Channel 4, which is part of the Freeview channels.
Woo.
So, you know, what are we going to do? And chat's decided they're going into emote only. Bye, chat. See you on the other side.
When does chat actually decide that?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
They play cards.
Oh, okay.
And the cards are emote only for like a minute.
Gotcha.
And then they spam. And it's a good way for like if your chat is dead, getting an emote only in there just livens them all up because they like throwing little pictures.
Oh, see,
I don't know why.
What I've found is usually when the chat is dead, I just leave it be, and then eventually somebody comes in and goes, "Is the chat dead? What's going on?" And everybody's just like, "I'm sewing, I'm cooking," and then there's this huge list of like 25 people being like, "I was in the middle of something. You don't have to like bother. I don't want to go back to my keyboard." But like, when the chat's quiet, that usually means like, okay, everybody's just working quietly, right?
Yeah, I mean that's great. Oh, I can stop now. That's great, but
I'm happy for that. I'm just.
You're happy for that.
I feel like that means I'm doing my job well. If I'm enabling other people to be productive and focus on the things that they need to do, that means I'm being entertaining enough. They don't feel the need to jump in and yell at me to be more entertaining.
Like my chat oh, it was a different one. Sorry, I ended early. Never mind. It was like 10 seconds. It's fine. I'm not doing 2 in a row. We're gonna refund that one. We're not doing 2 in a row.
You don't have a decay on that?
Unfortunately, I have 2 ways of doing it. One is through cards, and one is through channel points.
Gotcha.
But I'm not doing 2 in a row. Sorry. I don't have the energy for that.
Yeah, my chat is confirming. Can confirm I'm working on my own crafts. Somebody else, just helped me through so many homework assignments. Yeah, I'm just happy letting people be.
I mean, see, I am happy letting people be. It's just a case of if I'm struggling and my chat is dead, then throwing in a way to wake them up keeps my channel going. So
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, my channel is very rarely dead, so it's fine, I guess.
I used to start talking about giving away money.
Oh.
Everybody would come out and lurk.
Wow.
And like I'd be like, "No, I'm just playing. I'm broke."
Yeah, I've avoided doing.
You
giveaways.
say that I have 9 Cleo plushies that I'm debating, like the original ones that I'm debating giving away.
Do you guys have like fewer laws about giveaways in the UK? Because there are a lot here.
I mean, there are laws about it, but it's a case of you just got to follow the rules. It's not difficult. It's like, are you genuinely giving this away? Is it genuinely at random?
Yeah.
Could anybody enter for free?
Yeah. So we have different state laws. Like, so it's like if somebody wins from a certain, like you might have to say this offer is not valid in these states or whatever. Residents of these states cannot apply.
I mean, I think that's specifically about money usually.
Usually.
But I'm kind of chill about it usually.
I don't know.
Yes, new plushie coming soon. Plushie coming Friday for pre-order.
Great. That's great.
Yeah. I've got like the original one. This one's got snaky bits going on in it. It's great. I do enjoy a good old snake. Like I think I sneak peeked it on. Hang on, let me go grab it. I'm gonna throw it under the camera again. Organize yourselves.
So yeah, B, I'm gonna be giving away money, but it's like Monopoly money, and it's also gonna be imaginary. So
yeah,
people can be rich.
That counts as a giveaway.
It is a giveaway. It's giving away the idea of utilizing your imagination.
Yeah.
I help people in that aspect.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well,
I see where you're going with that, and hang on. I can be imaginary rich.
I like if you're doing it in your own stream, it doesn't bother me too much. But when people start being like, if you retweet and follow me,
I
on
can't
Twitter,
be bothered.
I will straight up ban, or not ban, block people. Like it's like I don't care how much I like your work, I can't. I follow like I can't have this in my feed. Like, it just
Right.
drives me nuts. Like, I don't know. Because it's like, this is a good way for me to reach new viewers because people are tweeting about me. And it's like, if your work is good, word of mouth will happen on its own.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't know. I'd rather have, like, organic growth than growth hacks, I guess. But maybe that's just me. But, I mean, if you're doing it on your own stream, then that's a lot different because that's not, like, trying to broaden your audience in the same way.
Right.
No. It's more as a reward for order 5 like the last time. I appreciate you. You don't have to. Like it's more like you come out to my stream. I'd like to, give something back that is like out of stock because the original one's never coming back. I will probably get more of these ones to give away at some point, but I want to talk to my tax accountant before I do anything. It's like, is that something I can write off? Maybe.
Well, the other thing that you might be able to do with those ask your accountant about this separately, or like in the same conversation, but this is like a different question, is if you give them to a group doing a charity event to give away, can you write off maybe not the full retail price, but the cost of materials or whatever, right?
Right.
So, because like that's the other thing too, is like if I did have stuff like that to give away, I'd rather toss it to like, hey, this event asked me to come on and do a charity D&D game or something. Hey, people watching during the game, if you're one of the donors, that'll go out as a raffle thing. That and then at that point they're dealing with all the legal stuff, because that's the other thing, is a lot of these prize rules have charity exceptions in the United States. And so, like, that's less overhead for me. They're the ones actually doing the giveaway, not me, so then I don't have any legal concerns. It's just a lot easier.
I mean, that's fair. I don't necessarily think the taxman is coming after me for giving stuff away.
It wouldn't be the tax man unless you were trying to deduct it. Here it would be like the Federal Trade Commission or different state attorney general's office.
Fair enough.
It's like we have 50 state attorney generals, and I don't want any of them to know my name. That's a lot of radar to fly under, Cleo. A lot of radar.
Fair enough. Yeah. So, anyway, back to the crafting.
Yeah. I've been crafting this whole time.
Yeah, no. I'm just changing crafts because I finished off February in my journal. So I've got this book of calligraphy and hand lettering for beginners.
Ooh.
So, I figure, I'm just gonna. Oh, that sucks. Okay. So yeah, this is a practice book that I'm doing. Thank you, Winnie, who has resubscribed for 23 months. Wico Rainstorm has resubscribed for 12 months, a whole year. Thank you very much. Ilunel has resubscribed for 23 months. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciated. Let's be honest, it'd be the morality police chasing down anyone daring to venture in the realm of almost gambling. Yeah.
Okay, B. Would using a multi-stream site to show both of them in one window be better? Yes, that would be better.
The reason that I
Cam,
show
try and drop the multi-string if you're still there. Can you drop the multi-link? Because there is one set up for us.
Yeah, the reason that I usually just show the straight Discords or whatever is because people on iPads and stuff can't use that. The multi-stream sites.
That makes sense.
Or if you're watching on like an Apple TV or something. Man, for some reason my computer is just not keeping up with. We're like. All of the streams seem.
Hold on, camera.
Gotta set to source.
All right. Okay, if you could, they said unable to add. How am I unable to add?
I'm very bad at calligraphy.
Add.
It's pinned to the top of the chat. Oh, okay. Handwriting books were used in primary school. I mean, that's pretty much what they are.
Okay, so I'm going to multi-stream through Cleo's stream.
What does that mean?
Oh, so just, I was letting Cameron know, so I got like the link of how it works. Okay, so that looks nice. I like that. It's cute. Yes.
I'm very desperately trying to remember how to handwrite.
Have you tried using your hands?
No, Joe, I haven't.
Okay. I'd start there.
There's many things that you haven't tried before, so you know. Okay. Let's try some lettering because I'm bad at this. Well, like going from this page of like strokes is Cleo is drawing tiny little snakes. I don't know how much you can see.
Here we go.
Let's see if I can.
What's up, Snuggy Bun? How are you? Right now, I am hanging out with my friends.
Howdy.
Hi, my Twitter friends.
Was that my Twitter friends?
What? We do talk on Twitter.
My creator friends. I said creator friends, not Twitter friends.
I was gonna
okay.
say,
Well, yeah, because okay, that's fair.
Wait, what do you guys want to be considered?
No, I mean,
we don't want to be.
Look, I'm talking with people.
We're fine being alone, Jenny.
I mean,
I'm talking with people apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm fine with creator friends because then I'm getting lumped in there with like Yahweh. But like when people are like content creator friends, I'm like, oh great, now I'm being lumped in there with Van Gogh. Like, ugh.
Look, I'm just talking with people.
Yay!
You know what, that's fair. That's fair.
That I like that one. I'm people.
I mean, sometimes you're people, Joe.
Cleo, I'm people. Janey said it. Janey wouldn't lie.
Janey believes you're a people.
Yay. There's hope for me yet.
There we go. Just Joe and Cleo for the multi. If you use that or fill up.
Hold on, somebody's at the door. Why do people always come to the door of my stream?
It's just
practice.
Oh, and then I could just go ahead and put that on my stream, right? So then that way I don't have to have two thingies; they'll just be right there.
Oh
but
yeah, if you
Cameron,
want.
you're genius. Just genius. Just genius. Yeah, I'm going like for our next streams. I'm definitely gonna make an overlay specifically for them.
So, yesterday on Twitter, I complained about a Fallout parcel.
Okay.
Because
the one in Australia they lost.
No.
They did find it.
Me. Anyway, basically, it just wasn't worth anything. And I've just got, like, I had 3 that they hadn't done because, COVID is still getting us. And it's like, I don't believe you. And I'm just looking to see what the stuff that they've given out this time.
What is this Fallout parcel, if you're not talking about the Australian?
It's a loot crate. Do you remember Loot Crate?
I've heard of it.
Okay, well, these are Loot Crate stuff. Actually, this one was much better than last one. So,
is it a monthly subscription?
It was a bi-monthly. It was 2 monthly subscription for Fallout stuff because I'm a nerd. Ooh. And like the last one just had a T-shirt in it and not much else. But this one actually looks like it's like decent.
That's nice.
So, you know, I've got a glow in the dark t-shirt, so
Okay.
that's cool. That's Children of the Atom. Sorry, nerds. It's worthless. Like, don't do Loot Crate anymore. They used to do decent stuff. They don't anymore. But, you know.
It seems like if I wanted to buy a thing, I would buy that thing. I don't want random stuff shipped to my house, right? Like,
I mean, I understand.
I have a hard enough time keeping things tidy around here.
Unfortunately for me, it's finding Fallout stuff that was good. And for a long time, they're like finding any Fallout stuff was difficult. So having this stuff is like, I've now got Fallout stuff, which I've always wanted. But no, this actually feels like a proper Loot Crate as opposed to the t-shirt and the one that was thrown together before. So I'm happy with that one.
That's good.
So, and now it's on stream. It's a business expense. That's not how that works, but I appreciate you.
But you can try.
I mean, I won't. Like, I probably could. Can't find store-bought Fallout stuff. Or make your own. Well, I did. Like, hang on. Do I have anything that I made still up and available? Oh, I've got my the Sunset Sarsaparilla that I made. And I do have the Nuka-Cola bottle that I made as props, like prop stuff. So
Joe, what are you? What are you coloring or drawing today?
So this is from my Hokusai coloring book here. This is a print of Lake Suwa in Shinano Province from circa 1829. It's a picture of a lake, Lake Suwa, in the Shinano Province, as depicted by Hokusai in around 1829.
I mean, that makes sense, yes.
Yeah, it tracks. Boy, I can't figure out why my Twitch feeds are like so messed up today.
Okay, this is an interesting pen.
Somehow.
I mean, probably not. Didn't Cleo also make the Nuka-Cola Quantum at some point? Yeah, no, I made a glow-in-the-dark one. I made the radioactive blood bags. I made those. But the problem with putting liquids in things that you've touched and are not sterilized is that they go bad.
Yep.
Like after a month or two, I had to boot it. So there are craft videos on my YouTube for that. Oh, this pen is the one that's for the good calligraphy.
Ooh,
that's much smoother.
It looks really elegant, honestly.
It does. To me, it looks like pants, but I'm just looking at it on the screen. It looks really good.
Looks great on the screen.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Thank you. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Your hair at the moment is amazing.
Yeah,
it's
let me
so good.
I leveled up with this hair, and I know I leveled up with the hair because my dad didn't ask me why do I have blue hair. I think he actually liked it. Woo. I was like, I have leveled up. Like, I actually went out to my balcony yesterday, and I said hello to a passerby and like kind of like flipped my hair. Like, I didn't care about how their day was. I was really just like asking questions just so that they could talk about my hair.
Nice.
They're like, I love your hair. I was like, okay, I'm going back inside now.
Gorgeous.
That's all I want.
It's like the ring. Like, as somebody who has like ramrod straight hair that cannot hold curl, those ringlets, just to die for. Love it. So good.
Thank you. I feel so like, I don't know. I just like, okay, so here's what happened. I was looking at my money and I was like, I don't have much of it left. What am I gonna do? Get my hair done.
Oh,
Like,
naturally,
like,
that's when
I
you
was
don't have
like,
any money as a woman, getting your hair done. Oh,
yeah. So I was like, well, you know what? Let me get my hair done. But like, I really do. I knew I was going to like it, but like, I'm really happy at the response. I normally just do stuff just for myself, but the fact that other people agree with me that they like it, I'm like, oh, this is great. People finally agree with me on something. Like, it's been fancy. I feel fancy.
it's good hair.
It is.
I
appreciate it.
Okay. The problem with this pen is that it goes right through the paper, so you can only really do one side.
One thing that's fun about having colorful features is that people are kind of friendlier. Like, I didn't expect that when I got my bright green glasses, people would just be like, "Oh, those are like they just think they're neat." And they
are neat.
And they just assume that I'm a friendly person. Which is interesting.
I mean, you are a friendly person, relatively speaking.
In general, but like I have kind of a resting, exhausted despair face. Like I'm just so tired all the time, Cleo. Like when I'm doing the show, I'm usually happy because I'm like, this is the best part of my day. I get to hang out with people and play video games and draw and talk and be happy. But like when I have to go to the grocery store again, I'm just like, I don't want to be here. Like almost everywhere that I have to go to be a responsible adult, I have a strong I don't want to be here vibe. But all of a sudden when I got these glasses, people are like they're I seem like a temporarily inconvenienced happy person rather than a chronically exhausted unhappy person, I guess. It's just the vibe that it gives off.
I understand that. Joe, you may just be exhausted and filled with despair.
I am. Thanks for noticing.
Oh my God.
Resting existential dread face.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Thank you, person. You just got in from. Oh, you found asbestos. That's great. Take a shower. Like, I'm trying to think about like, make sure you take a shower, and then dry yourself off. Get a towel, and then go dry yourself off. Take another shower, just in case. You've done all the safety stuff. Okay, fine.
Maybe that can help your resting bee face. You know what? Honestly, I would love for everyone to try it out. Like go outside and be colorful and see if that makes people approach you more.
I recently got my hair ginger.
Ooh.
And people are not as nice to me as when I had blue hair.
Well, there's
I don't know what
traditional...
it is. Mostly, with my original hair, they ignored me. But when I've got ginger hair, they give me looks. And I don't know what the looks are for, but they give me looks. So, yeah.
I think in the UK, though, isn't there like traditional kind of people don't like ginger type of attitude or something?
Not really that I know of.
Okay. Because, like, I know Ben Padden, one of the things he liked about moving to Los Angeles was that he wasn't bullied in the street for being Irish, even though he wasn't Irish.
I don't know. I've had red hair before, but it's not a... I don't know. It's just weird. It's jealousy. Yeah, sure. I don't believe that, and neither do you. Rainbow hair, I think, would make they would be nicer to you. Like if I had, I could have rainbow hair if I wanted to.
You could have rainbow hair if you wanted to. Cleo, you can do anything you want to do with your hair. It's right there. You can get ahead by dyeing your head a rainbow.
like, I feel like there are going to be two groups of people that react to my hair with rainbows: bigots and cool people.
Well, what you do, Cleo, is you get a hat that looks like Noah's Ark with like animals on it, like a little boat hat with animals, and wear that around. And then people who love animals will like it, and people who care deeply about the Bible will be like, "Oh, I see what you did there. Clever."
Bigots in the UK generally aren't Bible people.
Oh,
They're just bigots.
Huh.
Like,
what's that like?
I don't know. Like religion's not really a major thing here. They're like.
We're tired of it.
All the bigoted people I've ever known have been like. I mean, to be fair, like it's been like the religious people I've met have been like bigots, but like most of the people that I meet are atheists on a day-to-day basis. So, you know, it's a weird one. I don't know what to say.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think it's because the majority of your bigots are religious that you just go, all religious people are the bigots, and it's not.
No, not all religious people are bigots by any extent.
Oh no, that's not what I meant. I meant
that I think you're making a logical leap there. That's broader.
But you know what I'm saying? It's because most of the people in America are religious that most of your bigots are religious and use the Bible. Here it's because most of the people here are like atheist or like non-practicing. That like bigotry is bigotry, and if you have a belief system in your life that you think is correct, you're going to use that to justify your bigotry. So, yeah.
Well, Snuggie, maybe doing a different type of coloring system and then letting it fade out will be better for your hair.
The salon that I went to do my hair, they took pictures of my hair afterwards because it is an amazing color. But like if I go and do rainbows, I think the person that I get my hair done with would probably just explode from happiness.
Well, because think of it as a favor to her.
No one does cool hair.
It's a favor to her.
But no one does cool hair, and she's in her 20s, you know, and she's got cool hair. But yeah, because where I live is let's call it not wealthy. The people that use that specific salon generally have corporate hair, because I go to I'm not going to say expensive, but a slightly more expensive one. So all the fun stuff gets done downtown. That's what I'm saying.
That makes sense.
Maybe I should go downtown.
Yeah.
They seem like they'd know. They'd know.
Yeah, so Badger says, I'm so lucky to live close to Camden because a lot of the salons there specialize in fun colors. Yeah,
that's cool.
Badger knows exactly where to get good, colorful hair.
That's true.
So you could probably get.
I always expected that of Badger. Just... I don't want to my problem is, I destroyed a lot of my hair in my younger years, so I'm very, very careful with it. So, I don't like doing bleach and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, there's also probably a difference between having like a high-end salon that knows how to do the bleach properly versus doing it yourself in the bathroom. Like,
this is where I tell you I've never bleached my own hair, Joe.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, I've never bleached my own hair, but I did bleach somebody else's hair like every few months for a couple of years. So, like, I've done it before, just not to myself, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. I never felt
Take
very
about-
confident about it. I was just like, you really want me to do this? I was like, well, I can't afford to have a salon do it, so either you're gonna do it or I'm gonna do it myself, and that's a lot harder. So it's like, okay, second set of hands and eyes, I guess.
Thank you, Tokabot, for the 8-month resub. You'd play for a narrated audiobook of Go the F to Sleep. I mean, there's already one of those available. It's pretty much every time I stream late at night with Joe.
My stylist can't process the nape of my neck into the last bit, or it'll overprocess because the heat there just makes it process too fast for too long. Oh yeah, because when it comes down to like bleaching or dyeing, a lot of times it's all about the heat. Like as a person who has dyed wigs before, one of the tricks of dyeing wigs, of course, that's why they like to use foil, because foil will present more heat. And just taking some 30 developer, putting some foil on that thing, it processes way quicker. But yeah, you want to be able to get your hair done without it falling out because of over processing. So.
Yeah.
Just shave.
I would really like my hair to not fall out.
But you love Fallout.
It's come full circle. It's come full circle.
I know.
No.
We know how to do stuff narratively here.
You definitely know how to do stuff, Joe.
Yay.
I do all my own hair, and the only reason I trust myself is because if I don't like it, I would just shave my head. I am not a person that could rock a bald look. It's just not me.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried or
I have worn a bald cap before.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I had a Marine Corps haircut for several years, and it is not complimentary to my features. I mean, the fact that I was in super good shape otherwise, seemed to even out, but it's like if I could be that physically fit with the hair I have now, I feel like I'd be doing pretty good.
I mean, I think being that physically fit is being Marine Corps fit is just ridiculous anyway. So, you'd probably be fine, yeah.
Yeah. But I definitely look goofy as heck with that hair. It does not go well with my features. Is this where I say
you look goofy as heck regardless, Joe?
That might be true, but this is a
special level of goofy.
Yeah, it's worse. You're not wrong, but also it can get worse.
I struggle with that concept.
Thanks, Cleo.
Look, I'm here, just sitting here, telling it how I see it. I remember when you were very young, when we first started out, and you were the good-looking one. You were the good-looking kid. So, now you're old. Deal with it.
Thanks, Cleo.
Oh my god.
No, I mean, Janey, she's not wrong. I used to be a lot prettier, but age and
old,
not sleeping and everything.
Janey, I'm older than he is.
Not sleeping for 10 years has not done me any favors.
Speaking of old, I turned 30 this month.
Happy birthday.
Get out.
Happy birth month.
Get out. Happy birth month, but also get out.
Well, I'm going through an existential crisis, okay? Just let me have this.
Yeah, Cleo, let her have this.
Get out.
Cleo, let her have this. This is why people think old people are callous. Because you're old, Cleo, and you're callous. That's why.
I'm not denying this, but get out.
Yeah, B, I'm joining the 30 club. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, on my birthday, I'm probably gonna forget that I'm 30 and I'm gonna be like, happy 28th birthday to me.
Yeah.
So, that's I'm just
I
it's
mean, it
like
is what
I'm
it is.
ready, but like I don't know. I'm not ready to then have to select the 30 to 35 years old brackets on applications. Like I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Like
You know what the
I'm
answer to
not
that
ready.
is? Don't make applications.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I fill out anything with like that. Like when I applied for my passport, they asked my birth year, but like that's been the same since I was born. So like
Right.
what do you fill out that says how old are you instead of asking for your birth year?
'Cause I do a lot of like surveys and stuff because I help a lot of people in like trials for like group studies and everything.
Hmm.
And they always have to know the year because they need to know the age brackets. And I'm just sitting here like a lot of them it gets different when you turn 30 because you're in a new bracket. That's another little scroll down I have to do now to mark my age bracket. Like I don't know if I'm ready.
Gotcha.
Is this where I just go, wow, wow, wow?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, well, Janie, like, how you now you know how old Cleo is. Do you have any idea how old I am?
See, I don't know because like okay, whenever people have kids, it always ages them more,
Unless they're
but you
especially
can't.
irresponsible. Although, no,
Oh,
although
oh my
actually,
god.
although no, I mean no, but you're absolutely right. I will say that
Yeah.
having a kid,
It,
not
it should.
sleeping, not sleeping for the first,
Yeah.
she didn't sleep through the night for the first 9 months, and that ages you. Like you are just brain dead and exhausted. It's not healthy. Um, so
I want to say that you might be 35.
I'm 36, so that was a very good guess.
Yes. Cuz like it just I don't know. It's so
And
different though
he's
because we
5
have a
years
very
older than
young
you.
spirit.
Now look at how much having a child ages you.
Yeah.
I feel horrible right now. I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's fine. We need to listen to our elders and appreciate their wisdom. This is good for Janie and I.
Yeah, my wisdom is don't have kids, but you didn't listen.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow.
It's her birthday, and she's probably watching this.
I don't understand how your kid ages you though. Your kid is just.
Well, like I said, not sleeping through the night for the first 9 months.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but
that
like,
was.
I feel like at this point you should be able to sleep.
Well,
She seems pretty responsible.
I am able to sleep now, but like I constantly I have to do things on someone else's schedule, right? So like, for example, with my digestive issues, there are some times where it's like it would be better if I waited an extra 2 hours to make dinner. I can't do that. Like I
Yeah,
or
no,
like
I get that. I get that.
just it doesn't matter how well behaved your kid is. At a certain point, you are going to have to structure your life around them. Like where I live is based on staying in the right school zone for her, like stuff like that, where it's like, boy, I could save a few $100s a month if I didn't have to care, because like in America, there's a huge correlation between how good the schools are and how expensive it is to live there,
Mhm.
because people want to move places that have good schools if they have kids, right? So you can afford to live in a nicer place if you're willing to have the trade-off of the schools are miserable because you don't care about the school quality. Which, I mean, some people who have kids just make that trade-off anyway because or some of them don't have the choice. They're just, well, like, we're stuck here. This is what we can afford. But like I'm just barely on the edge of, if I push myself to my absolute limits, can we afford to stay here? So it feels like a choice in some ways.
But it isn't.
Well, yeah, but like in some ways it would be easier if I was less capable, because then it wouldn't matter how hard I worked and I could just not. But like it ages you having people depending on you to just constantly push yourself, right? That's what ages you. It's not about whether your kid's good or bad. It's just more responsibility and not being able to work at your own pace. That's it. I mean, does that seem fair?
I mean, that seems legitimate. Like every time you've talked to me about your kid, it's just a case of how well she's doing, how much she kicks ass in pinball.
Mm-hmm.
I get that one a lot.
I'm very proud of her. Like,
so like, and you have to remember, I'm coming at this from the angle of a teacher.
Yeah.
Where you have kids who are like yours, and then you have kids who are the opposite of yours, and I just keep on thinking that, like, if I were to pick children, I would pick on that range. Unfortunately, you can't pick children, which is why I've said, you know what, I'm not going to have any.
Yeah.
Because I've seen both sides. And I could not deal with the I could deal with the other side, but I just generally wouldn't, you know.
Yeah.
Because that feels like a lot.
Respond to the tweets looking for 30+ gamers. I'm never responding to any of those.
What?
Tweets.
Who? Like, yeah, who puts that on there? That's weird. That's weird. What is that? I don't have any context for this, and now I'm aghast.
No,
I'm gonna make cat crying noises and shoot fireballs.
There are a lot of people that are looking for people within their age group to play games with. So on Twitter, periodically there are age bracket questions about gamers because they're all. I don't know if it's a support group to help certain age groups, but like I always see the 30+ ones, and I mean I just look just to see who responds. But like I could never I can't participate in that. I don't know what they're gonna do in my 30 areas. It's definitely an engagement post because there's a bunch of people over 30 on Twitter. Like,
I mean, Twitter is basically over 30s now, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
like Gen Z doesn't hang out there. Is all I'm saying.
But I don't know. Like, I'm very excited to turn 30 though. In theory, I'm excited for it, but I don't know what to expect because I've never been 30 before. So
I mean, I would say that it's not really significantly different in any way. Like when you turn 21, that opens a lot of doors to you. Pubs, bars inside of restaurants. When you turn 25, you can rent a car now. That helps you travel more. When you turn 30, there's nothing. 35, you can run for president. So I'm looking forward to that for you, Janey. But I mean, 30 is just, you know, kind
actually
of the
that
same.
wouldn't like I'd vote for you. I can't, but I would.
Don't even
don't wish that evil on me.
do not wish that evil on me at all. Just don't.
But you'd be good at
it. Listen,
but we all know you'd be good at it. You can say you don't want it, but
bulletproof glass. There's not enough bulletproof glass. Don't trust it.
I understand, but also, oh my god, that sucks. That's the thought.
Yeah, I mean, when I was 18, I decided that I was 17. I decided that I wanted to put my name on the ballot for our local like voting government people or whatever, because of the fact that half the people, their commercials were trash anyways, and I was like, forget them, just vote for me. So I told a bunch of people on social media to put me on the ballots for Florida, for Jacksonville, Florida, because that's where I live. And I actually got enough votes where I was invited to start coming to like the town halls and all of that stuff. Like I got enough votes. I ended up getting 75 votes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
As a write-in.
As a write-in candidate, that's pretty good.
As a write-in. So yeah, so there's different things that I would like to do. I have some school friends who are on our local government, like they're in charge of like fish and wildlife and different things like that. But like as far as presidency goes, because people don't have a clear understanding of how government works, I don't feel like being a president because they're going to blame me for something and then they're going to take me out. Not realizing that I had nothing to do with it. They're just going to try to take me out. So there's not enough bulletproof for us. I'm good.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm good. And I'm too recognizable. So yeah.
I mean, I think the president of the United States is pretty recognizable as in general.
I'm just too recognizable. I used to get Joe Biden mixed up with somebody else.
Yeah, I was gonna say one time, the Colbert Report had a military night where they had troops from all four services as the entire audience, and Joe Biden, so basically. Colbert announced, okay, and we've got, we appreciate you all coming out tonight. I know this isn't exactly a ball game, but we do have somebody handing out hot dogs and popcorn. And Biden comes out and is handing out hot dogs and popcorn. And, like, the first few guys are just, like, accepting him but not looking at him because they're just looking at Colbert on the stage. They're like, oh, thanks. And then, like, the fifth guy, like, looks at him and is like, like, do I stand up and salute? Like, it's the vice president, like, handing me a hot dog? Like... So there is some strong evidence that Joe Biden is not the most recognizable person.
Honestly,
I mean, he was the vice president.
He was the vice president at that time, not the president, and he was out of context, dressed as like a hot dog guy from a ball game.
I mean, granted, Janey, I think if you were president, maybe the hair would be the recognizable part. So you could just wear wigs.
Hey,
Real quick, go out wherever.
Real quick, I wanted to say hi to Pearlescent Moon, who we're constantly trying to get on the show. Pearl, look, Janey's here as a guest. She's having fun.
Calling Pearl out is maybe not the best way to try and get her on.
No, but she rated me. She just sent 350 people over here to my stream. So thank you, Pearl. Now prepare to be guilted. No, I don't think it's guilting somebody to compare them favorably to an opportunity to be like JaneyLaney. I think that's a gift.
That's true.
Being like Janey is probably a good move in general. So I don't know. Sorry, we're just talking about Janey running for local office and getting 75 write-in votes, which is pretty good for a write-in candidate.
It is really good.
It is. See, Pearl, this is what you're missing. You're missing Joe complimenting you continuously throughout the stream.
Well, so a lot of comedy is in contrast. And so Cleo is constantly trashing me, and I occasionally trash her back. But then when we have a guest, we're all super nice to the guest. So then our viewers realize...
buffer!
Yeah, well, people are just like, oh, Joe and Cleo aren't people who only trash other people. They're just people who trash each other. It's good for everybody to get to see us be nice to somebody for a change.
I mean, you say that like we're not nice people.
We had a whole argument of...
We're nice people, Joe.
I don't think that we're bad people. I just don't think we're nice people. I believe there's a difference, and we've talked about this.
You guys are nice people. You guys are nice. You guys are just...
No. We're good people. We're not nice people. And there is a difference.
I still think you guys are nice.
Well, I do try.
We're nice to you.
I was gonna say I think we are nice. We are not nice people in general, but we are nice to Janey.
Look, that's all that matters to me. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm that person.
I mean, we will call out people who are
let's say jerks.
Who are jerks. We're not nice, but we are doing the right thing. At least we try to. Bullying is y'all's love language for friends. I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, I will definitely make harsher jokes with people I'm more comfortable with. And this is something that was kind of awkward when the Patreon community, my Discord and stuff kind of started up, was that once I got comfortable with people to a certain point, I would start joking around with them more like my real life friends who are we're constantly picking on each other and stuff. And people were just like, whoa, how come Joe's mean all of a sudden? and I had to tone that down, and I was just like, oh, like this is not. It's not like I'm intentionally being mean to show endearment because I'm a third grader, but like I'm letting my guard down and being more, I don't know, like it's more sparring verbally, at that level.
You
But
see, I think my Patreons can attest that I just came in with just bullying with them. I just like that was basically how it started, and it's just gone downhill from there.
fair enough.
So...
Mathematical Jackal tips 25 and says, "Cheers, Joe. You are indeed good people." Thank you, Mathematical Jackal. We'll go ahead and rotate this
we
camera.
appreciate that.
Yay.
And Bon has resubscribed for 23 months. We thank you very much indeed. Push agrees. He was there from the beginning. So yeah, I've just come in to start. Like I started with bullying, so they're kind of used to it right now, but in a nice way.
Chloe the Great and Powerful says, "You should be meaner. It's hilarious." You say that, Chloe, but like when people's feelings actually get hurt, it's not great, and so I'd rather not.
Joe has a habit of sometimes pushing the joke over the line.
Yeah, and especially too, like, I don't always realize, and it's not that I'm trying to push the joke over the line. A lot of times I'm like, I think I pulled a punch, like, oh boy, I could have gone way meaner on that, but I think I found a happy medium. It's like, nobody's happy, it wasn't medium. It's like, in general, the more certain I am that something is funny without actually being hurtful, the more likely it is that I have stomped across the hurtful line.
Yeah,
and it's unintentional, but like it's still hurtful. I would always
suggest to you, Joe, that maybe when you think, I think this is really funny, you come to me and you go, "Is this funny?" And I'll go, "Yeah, it's funny," or "That's not going to go well for you. Maybe think twice."
Well, like, I appreciate the offer, Cleo. That's a very generous thing for you to offer. However, in terms of time management, I feel like in the middle of a conversation, being like, "Hold on, let me go to my laptop and send a message to my friend
specifically
Cleo."
On Hermitcraft.
Oh.
You're on your own in real life, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's why comedy is it's very difficult for me because I find a lot of stuff funny. Like, a lot of stuff. Like, if I posted everything on Twitter that I thought was funny, I'd be canceled and probably get my Twitter, like, banned. Because a lot of stuff is hilarious to me. Like, I make so many jokes mentally that I'm just like, but I know I can't say them because
here's the thing. In, like, when I was teaching, I had to rein myself in really hardcore, and there was another girl at work who was funny, and then one day she was assigned to my room and we just had an absolute blast, and she was just like, "Oh God, I thought you were boring." Never said anything to anyone. And it was just me just being like the cattiest possible version of myself. And like we got on like a house on fire. It was great. So yeah, like specifically reining yourself in from work, from your basest impulses. I get that. I get that. For fear of being cancelled or fired. Yeah, thanks, person, for the biddies. I hope you feel better when you wake up. And Fessler has resubscribed for 22 months. Hello. Haven't seen you around for a bit.
Like, I used to get in trouble at school because of that. Like, I would be cracking up laughing. And there's a lot of times, like, that my brain will literally tell me something's funny, but then the other part of my brain would be like, no, it's not funny. But it really will be funny. Yes, hype train for Cleo.
Hype train for Cleo.
Thank you. I mean, like, I have that problem. It's just like I come from a family that is very dark humor, like blackest humor, and going into school, I had to tone myself way down because apparently most teenagers can't handle it. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm there just like making jokes, and they didn't like it. That's what I'm saying. They didn't like it. So, you learn to hide yourself from a very young age. And then there are people that get it. And then those are your people.
Mm-hmm.
We got on like a house on fire. Gonna use that one for now. That's a saying. That's a phrase.
Really?
Is that a phrase in the UK?
Yeah. Got on like a house on fire. Yeah.
Got on like a house on fire. So
Yes. Means you get on really, really well.
Get on is like getting along.
Yeah.
So, okay. I just want to know what you guys do when the house is on fire.
I mean, it's a case of when those two things meet, it's they mesh really well because the house is on fire. It's a phrase in the US too. Good. I'm glad I did.
I don't think it is. That's somebody.
Where does that happen?
That is not a phrase in the US, Janey. Somebody's pulling your leg.
No. I was the one that said that, Joe, because somebody in my chat said that.
But whoever's saying that is saying that like, to
Main Steve says that's not just a UK saying.
That is not a phrase here.
I knew that Fess says I knew that in California in the 90s. I'm from Minnesota. It's a phrase here. It's definitely a saying in the US.
I have
never heard that. I've heard,
maybe
they got along like two peas in the pod.
Yeah, I've heard
that's really Southern. I forgot you were Southern. Maybe it's just not a Southern thing.
Yeah, it might not be a Southern thing.
In California, I'm from San Diego. I don't know. Like,
Michigan, California, Massachusetts.
I didn't know that we made jokes like that, but that's fun.
I mean, it's like not really a joke. It's just a saying. Got on like a house on fire.
I would turn it into a joke. And people would probably hate it.
I mean, that's fair. I mean,
yeah, I'm turning into a joke. It's gonna.
Like we all turn into. I'm gonna be singing, and people always hate it because we're funny.
Yeah,
I'm funny.
Like a house on fire. Oh man,
dubious voices and noises.
I'm about to look this up, Joe. People here who are definitely American get along like peas in a pod. That's wrong. Peas in a pod is about being the same. I suppose so.
They're like two peas in the pod. That means they're close.
Yeah, they're
like I've really never heard about the house on fire thing. I really had never heard of that. Like not like put in that like way.
Like just got to watch out for those that would turn it into arson. I mean, yeah, like I genuinely don't know what to say because, you are the first people that I've ever met that have never heard that saying before.
I was just going to let it slide. I was not going to call attention to it because I was just like, that's a weird one, but fine, whatever. And then Cleo's like, let me bring this up again.
Well, no, chat brought that one up.
Uh-huh.
I read it in chat.
Yeah.
See, because
but Grian says that reading things from the chat is a choice, Cleo.
Yeah. It's a choice because let me put it like this. Why would I be streaming if I wasn't reading from the chat? Because, I might as well just have made a video.
That's a topic. Jeez.
It is a topic. And one I feel quite strongly about.
It's a topic. Woo! Interesting.
It's in Pratchett.
Like a house on fire. I've never.
Well, I know Joe's read Pratchett.
Yeah,
so.
I've read Good Omens. I read some of those Discworld books. What?
just started to read Good Omens. Like, Good Omens is great. Good Omens is lots of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I like.
Have you gotten into
the Pratchett?
Oh, sorry.
Hmm?
No, go on.
I was going to say the Pratchett book I recommend is Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Nation is great.
I was going to ask if have you read any Sanderson at all? Brandon Sanderson?
No.
Because he's got a new book out that he describes, like, he was trying to find a tone between, Good Omens and Princess Bride, the novel, not the movie. And I particularly enjoyed it. I read it last week. It's called Tress and the Emerald Sea. And so if you're looking for something that's a relatively quick read, a lot of Sanderson's works are stupidly long. He's one of those, like, here's another 600-page book, right? But with this one, he's just like, oh, I had a goofy idea for a story that was, tonally between Princess Bride and Good Omens. Let me just jot this down real quick. So it's a relatively short work and a good introduction to him if you're looking for just something fun. It's kind of a shipboard adventure book.
Okay.
So
I'll have a think about it. See if I can fit it into the schedule, because God, I don't have any time to read anymore.
Yeah, well, that's why I've been I've got my Patreon Discord book club. So I'm like, oh boy, I need an excuse to force myself to read. Well, I'll pick a book for the month, and then I'll have to lead a discussion for it at the end of the month. So I'd better do my homework.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to force myself to read because my patrons need me to read.
Well, I want to read, but, like, this gives me an excuse when I'm like, I should be doing some sort of work right now. How about I do some work where I sit and read? Right?
I see where you're going with that one, Joe.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to reread this book that I just finished. How do I justify spending the time that way? I'll make it the book club book this month.
Oh. Okay. Eve has just poked us, just so you know.
Okay.
Sorry, every time I get a notification on my Discord, I like, my brain can't stop until it's cleared.
Yeah, no, I
So it's just sort of like, I need to see. Oh, okay.
Hey, Lost Cult Music, thank you for tipping 3. Let's go ahead and rotate that camera another 3 degrees. So
that is how my mum used to write her name. Like, I had a whole incident in the bloody supermarket where it was just sort of like, I looked at corner of my eye and I thought I saw my mum, and I was just like, oh no, wait, okay. So,
I'm sorry, I've gotten a bunch of questions into the different chats here. I missed the name of the book.
Go for it.
What is it? So it is called Tress and the Emerald Sea. It's by Brandon Sanderson. It is technically related to his Cosmere series, but it's a standalone story that, like, if you were looking for a book to jump into his novels with, like, this would not be a bad choice. It's about a backwater planet, so you don't have to care about any of the other planets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Sanderson's whole gimmick is that every planet has a different magic system.
Mm-hmm.
And the fun thing about this planet is that the ocean is made of deadly spores that if they get wet, magical stuff happens. And so basically the ships sail around on liquefied dust and have to avoid getting the dust wet or bad things happen. It's a pretty interesting
and I'm
setting.
betting the whole story is about the bad things that are happening.
That's a non-trivial part of the story. That's part of what makes an adventure novel, though, is travel and bad things happening. But yeah, it's I was very impressed.
I've got one of those on my cards. Just need to get the travel in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
Thank you, McLeslie, for the biddies. Okay, I think I'm gonna.
Do we want to wrap up in the next 15 minutes or so? Is that your
Yeah, sure.
Welp? Yeah. When Cleo starts saying,
Well, no,
I
that
think
wasn't
I'm
what
gonna.
I was doing. I was just what I was actually going was, well, I think I've done enough basic lettering that I can try going for the words now, which was actually where that whelp was going.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, Miss Sonny, there's nothing on the other pages because this is where you're supposed to keep on practicing.
Yeah, since it is my daughter's birthday and school was canceled, I don't want to run much past
that's fine.
2 hours. I really appreciate Janey coming out, so I didn't want to like cancel or cut this short.
I mean, if it was just me, then absolutely.
Well, also, when I asked my daughter about this morning, she's like, "Well, I'd rather watch this than something else anyway. So, like, you might as well go make it so I can watch it."
That's cute.
So
that's really cute.
Well, she likes Cleo. She dressed as Cleo for Halloween.
I know that's true, which was like the highest honor that I think. Like, I get a couple of cosplays, but like I've never had like a child cosplay as me for Halloween. That was like the highest honor I think that I've got ever. It was very cute. So, but yeah, no, I've found a couple of people who do cosplay of me on TikTok, and it's just they take some of them take clips of things that I've said and they act it out, and I'm just like, oh god, I remember saying that. I should maybe not have said that.
I know. Yeah, you're gonna start getting self-conscious about what you say now.
I mean, I always do, but like I'm at the point where it's just sort of like, what's the worst that could happen? And the answer is many things.
Oh, Hazel Lynn's in the chat. Hi, Hazel Lynn.
Thank you, JT, for the biddies. It's appreciated. Like I appreciate that this is like how to do calligraphy with motivational posters, and they're like the first 2 words that they've asked me to do in this monoline style is girl and bear.
Like, wait, bear, like the monster?
BEAR, bear.
Or not monster, animal, I guess. I've been doing too much D&D and Call of Cthulhu planning. The creature, the bear, not like unclothed. Got it.
No, it was just sort of like of the words that they could have like the others are beach, shine, home, grateful, cactus.
Cactus. I like that one. Cactus. That's a fun one.
And it's just sort of like there are words in here that I'm just like, how would I make a motivational thing of them? Because like,
well, you got to think about like if you're decorating an Airbnb in like Arizona, like an Arizona B&B, you would want to have like the word cactus on the wall. Like, you know, other places you got like live, laugh, love, eat, pray, love. You know, love's a common one. You know, in Arizona, you've got sand, cactus, love.
Yeah, okay. Like, you'd love to cosplay me, but like, I'm not good at like, honestly, like, all you need is a ginger wig with flowers and a green t-shirt and some shorts, and that's it. And if you want to do the stockings, just paint your legs. It's fine.
Well, you can also
now I want to do a cosplay of you.
Yeah.
Do it. Like, it would be my favorite thing. I would be so honored. And Janey's going, I didn't think they'd actually agree with that.
Yeah, so like I think one of the costume decisions that we had to make was the costume shop had striped socks that matched yours, but they also had rainbow socks. And my daughter was like, I think I'd rather do the rainbow socks. I was like, I think Cleo would wear rainbow socks. Yeah, that's
I like if there was an option.
If there was a good way to do
black and white or rainbow ones.
Yeah.
You know. it's like rainbow socks are pretty good choice.
Yeah.
And no buttons. Yeah, that is also valid. No buttons.
Yeah, I was going through my studio and I found my Minecraft frog socks that they mailed me from like the Creator Summit like a year ago. They were still in the box. I'm terrible at all of this stuff. So
you're terrible at all of this stuff. This stuff being
like when somebody sends me something, like washing it and putting it into the rotation.
Oh, me too. I think that's fair.
Like, just wasn't like a high priority. But unlike my Elvira shirt from NJ, which I immediately washed and wore to the Apple store the other day, though I kept my jacket zipped up because any shirt with Elvira on it has a lot of cleavage.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Only
got
some of it yours.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm nice. No, I'm not. I'm good. I'm not nice.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, back when I was Marine Corps fit, like, I definitely had a chest. I missed that.
Yeah. Could do a mask cosplay of me is what you're saying. I think that's what you're getting at. Sure, I have no problems with that. Although I do sometimes find it weird.
Wait, find which
but
part
I think like when there's art and stuff of me as a dude, my brain just goes, it just like, I'm not opposed. My brain just goes, that's not you.
Oh, that's interesting.
My brain just does that.
Huh.
I don't know why. But yeah. Cleo, how we go to a con cosplaying each other? No. I'm not being a goblin. Now there's just a big empty space. What? Are we talking about the big empty space here? Which is supposed for me to do those words all across. Joe said he had a chest.
Yeah, I did.
And now there's just big empty space. Oh, I see. Yes, no. Got ya.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean,
oh, I got my monthly...
You are definitely skinnier than when I first met you. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I still think Joe has a chest. I'm pretty sure. I've seen pictures and video. Unless he's wearing his green screen shirt, and then no, he doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that actually is the case. Yeah, there is just an empty space there now. Like...
Thank you, Sachet, for resubbing for 30 months. It's appreciated.
Woo!
So gender bending is okay for like, I'm not fussed if people want to like make me in, but my brain, like, it's fine. It's just my brain just looks at those pictures and goes, no, I don't like. It's not. You can't do it. It's just a case of that's just how I see myself. You're jealous of my handwriting. This is like I don't know if you can see it, but if I bring it up here, this book has lines to draw on, like, that are faint. This is a calligraphy book. Learn to calligraphy.
Yeah, like...
So it's not...
Yeah, what I'm doing is a coloring book page also. I don't know. I'm assuming that the camera is picking up the lines, but yeah, I could understand somebody looking at this at a glance would be like, wow, Joe, I can't believe you drew that. It's like, I did not. Like...
Well, some people have said that when you've done it before on stream, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah. Well, and part of it, though, is that the lines on this coloring book are intentionally faint.
Yeah.
So...
Elijah, you haven't made me uncomfortable. It's just my brain is like, my brain is very aware. Like, wherever I am on the spectrum, not male is where my brain is. So it's sometimes fuzzy in between, but definitely my brain is not male. And it doesn't make me uncomfortable. It's just my brain doesn't process that as me, is what I'm saying. So, not bothered by it, but like, because my identity as Cleo is these days pretty close to my actual identity, it's just weird. It's just weird. That kind of gender clarity is something I wish I ever had. Oh, trust me, I don't have gender clarity. It's fine. Weird, but not uncomfortable. Yeah. That's fair. Oh, okay. I like that. It's trying to pass through the layers of avatars being discussed here. Look, like, life's difficult when you are like knowing where I am and Cleo is. They're very similar, but they're not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's one of the nice things about the fact that I've always just been like, the only real change between me when I'm on camera and me when I'm not is I put more effort into not looking tired. Like, I've just and I've been told frequently being tired isn't a personality joke. Like, when people are like, "How would you describe yourself?" I always say exhausted, and they're like, "No, your personality," and I'm like,
exhausted.
I haven't had enough rest for the last decade. There might be an answer to this, but I don't think I'm the right person to ask. Like, so
yeah,
I don't have the energy to pretend to be somebody I'm not. I barely have the energy to act like I have energy.
Well, the thing is, I don't think I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. I think I'm pretending to be someone that I am. But like, it's like I would never act that way whilst I was in school. You know, it's not. It's a different person. It's a different strata of my life where I am, like, the person I am in my head. It's the same person, but I put on different clothes, if you know what I mean.
Well, and I guess for me, when I see people drawing us and stuff like that, this to me, I've already disassociated those drawings away as kind of folk hero status, right? Where
yeah.
I'm like, I don't see anything in there as confusing or challenging to who I am, because my brain has safely moved it one level out already, abstraction wise. So yeah, like, for me, I guess I look at stuff and I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's interesting, like, but I don't know.
I mean, like, it's a form of I don't want to use the word dysphoria, but it's a bit like that.
Yeah, no, and I guess that's why I was kind of surprised, like, when you when you were describing that, because I was like thinking, like, that sounds like dysphoria, but that's I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a very strong sense of self, which is weird because I don't think I do. So
I certainly don't. I will say that.
Yeah.
I have very any attempts to, like, if somebody, like, on one of my last jobs, they were like, here's a survey, because we like to hear what people think about themselves. Like, how would you describe yourself? And I'm just like, I'm tired and I make things. And they're like, is that really who you are? And I'm like, well, normally
God,
I would say something like, do you know me? But clearly you don't, or you wouldn't have given me this survey.
Yeah.
Like, we're kind of at an impasse here. I don't know. Like,
we've all got personas. You've just got one out there. There's more out there in public than most of us as a content creator. Yeah, that's fair.
I heard there's like 5 personas now.
I've heard that too. I've never played a single persona. Have you?
No, I haven't. It's just funny because people are always talking about personas, and I'm like, are you? Oh, that's a video game. Okay.
Is it really that good? Because people are really always talking about it, and
I
I've
don't
never.
know. I've never played it,
Neither do
and I
I.
have no intention to, because like I'm busy and I'm tired. Like, the thing is, at this point, if I want a break, I need to get away from a screen. And that's why pinball and board games are so good for me. Although I don't get to play board games as much since the pandemic. But like, it's just easier to really feel like I'm unplugged from my work when I'm not looking at a screen.
Like my problem, and this is born of where I currently am. My house is too small to get any significant distance from my screen. So I think when I eventually move out and have like a room where I can go and be not a YouTuber,
Yeah.
I think I will be better off. I will be able to relax more because I'm always seeing my computer. I'm always feeling like I should be doing something.
Well, and that was one of the nice things about streaming from the coat closet is, like, when I wasn't streaming, I wasn't like, boy, I want to get on the computer because it's in a coat closet, you know?
Right.
Like, I'd be like, okay, I'll transfer the footage to my laptop to edit, and then I'll go to a park or a coffee shop and just sit somewhere and get out. And so even, like, separating the recording from the editing part of my workflow, it makes it harder to go back and like, oh, let me just really quickly, like Jem was talking about how on the fly she'll just record new audio because she's like, I'm at my computer anyway, let me do a quick voiceover segment here, let me do a quick, I can't do that if I'm in a coffee shop, I can't.
Yeah,
but no. Like,
but that's what I've been doing with this video that's about to come out in an hour or so.
Yeah, I was hoping to have a video out today, but like I got really in the weeds with this 24-hour time lapse. It turns out like editing that down in a meaningful way is a challenge. I'm learning a lot, and I'll actually, when I build the next side of the pinball machine, which is also going to take about 24 hours, I am going to like process the steps differently so that they'll collapse into a better time lapse. Like I've learned so much just looking at this footage, but learning and looking at footage takes time, and that is eaten yesterday.
Yeah.
So we are at 15 of the hour. So yes. That was about when I wanted to wrap up and go check on my daughter.
I am good to wrap up.
Yeah.
Janey, are you going to keep streaming? Should we send people over to you?
Yeah. I'm still streaming. You guys don't have to send anybody to me.
But we're going to.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
For the first day of Black History Month, I do appreciate this.
Yeah. Let me find you on the Tweeches because
free JaneyLaney.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone to the stream, by the way. So we are just wrapping up with Joe and Cleo. Joe and Cleo are two awesome content creators who are funny as heck. Sorry, they are creators. Sorry, they're not content creators.
Yeah, I hate that word, content creators.
They are creators of content, and art and stuff, you know.
I'm an artiste and an entertainer.
I'm just trash. It's true.
But you're funny trash. Like an Etch-a-Sketch that was thrown like a frisbee into a dumpster.
Okay. The black tag, and then one of my chatters recognized your name, so we decided to stop by. I appreciate you. And Etch-a-Sketch.
I'm gonna hit raid now because it's my daughter's birthday, and she got not kicked out of school, but they had a surprise ice day because all the roads are covered in ice. So I'm gonna go check out her. Have a great day, everybody. Keep adventuring.
Bye. And I'll see you later, Janey. I've sent my people over to you. Everybody subscribe. and all that good stuff.
Yep. Thanks so much, Janey. This was so
Thanks
fun.
for coming by. We appreciate you.
I'll talk
And
to
you're
you guys
always
later.
welcome back.
Always.
Feel free to poke us.
Yes.
Always.
Bye.
All right.